I walked in on my therapist having a full meltdown in her car after our session, and what I did next completely changed our relationship. I've always been the strong friend paired tall, the one who holds it together while everyone else falls apart. Brshak. Anxiety. I've helped friends through it all while keeping my own struggles neatly boxed away. That's why I finally started therapy last year. After my panic attacks got so bad I couldn't hide them anymore. Dr. Morgan was everything I wanted in a therapist, parn composed, instant you, with this calming energy that made me feel like maybe I wasn't completely broken. For 6 months I showed up weekly, gradually unpacking 28 years of perfectionism and unprocessed grief. Last Tuesday's session was particularly brutal. We'd been discussing my mother's emotional absence throughout my childhood, and for the first time ever I actually cried in therapy, not cute movie tears. And I am talking ugly, not sobbing that left mascara tracks down my face. Dr. Morgan handled it perfectly, of course. She offered tissues, guided me through breathing exercises, and reminded me that feeling emotions was progress, not weakness. When our time ended, she walked me to the door with her usual professional smile and scheduled our next appointment. I was halfway to my car when I realized I'd left my phone on her couch. Turning back, I noticed her office lights were still on. I figured I'd catch her before she left. Dr. Morgan was sitting in her car in the far corner of the parking lot, gripping her steering wheel, sobbing uncontrollably. The woman who had just calmly talked me through my emotional breakthrough was completely falling apart, her shoulders shaking violently. I froze, feeling like I'd accidentally walked in on someone naked. This wasn't meant for me to see. The professional boundary between us suddenly felt paper thin. My therapist purred. My rock pern was human too. I should have walked away. Instead, I approached her car and gently knocked on the window. Her head snapped up, eyes wide with mortification when she recognized me. She quickly wiped her face and rolled down the window, attempting to compose herself. I am so sorry, she started, her voice still thick with tears. This is completely unprofessional. I cut her off by handing her an unopened pack of tissues from my purse. How my emotions is progress, not weakness, I said, echoing her words from an hour earlier. She stared at me for a moment before accepting the tissues with a shaky laugh. I had a client cancel right before you today, she explained. She was diagnosed with terminal cancer, 28 years old just like you. We sat in silence for a moment, the roles between us temporarily suspended. Sometimes even therapists need therapists, I said finally. She nodded, dabbing her eyes. Every good one has one. I retrieved my phone the next day during our rescheduled session. We never directly mentioned what happened in the parking lot, but something fundamental had shifted. Her advice didn't change, but my reception of it did. Ponchek, she struggled too, somehow made her wisdom more valuable, not less. 6 months later I am making real progress, not because I found a perfect unflappable guide, but because I learned that healing doesn't require perfection from either side of the conversation. Sometimes the most therapeutic realization is that everyone part, even your therapist part, is figuring it out as they go. If you want to hear what happened when I finally confronted my mother, follow for part 2.